Okay, here we go. I'm supposed to have a sidekick with me, but as per usual, we're like a bunch of idiots and we can't get it to work. So I'm going live solo, and Lucy will have to just join me when she comes. You guys, we're having an art party. It starts in 2 days, and this right now is our opportunity to answer any questions that you might have. So hopefully everyone that is attending here is all signed up. And if you're not all signed up, you can still do so through Friday. I need to see comments. Where's comments? Oh, there they are. Okay. We are in business. So yeah, you guys, we have these parties twice. I think I can only do 2 this year. It'll be this time, and then we'll do it again, I think in September. So it's a kind of a rarity, and they're super fun. Why are they super fun? Because we're all arting along together. It's like this big momentous like art fest, and becomes very inspirational when everyone is creating at the same time. For whatever reason, I love it. And I just want to say good morning. Blanca is on YouTube, and she said good morning. She's been here hanging out, waiting for 15 minutes. Thank you for being so patient, Blanca. Tara Salento is in the house. She is one of my bestie helpers on the magical team. Sandy Reed also, she's the world's #1 cheerleader. Can we just give it up for Sandy Reed for a minute? Hello, Sandy. Love you, girlfriend. See lots of hellos. Valerie Shockney. Oh my god. Oh, Shock and See. I gotta let me know if I'm saying that right. I've never said it out loud. I see you all the time, like every week in Zoom, and I'm like, am I even saying that right? Hi. Jeanette is here, another magical teammate that you need to get to know. She's an amazing artist and friend and helper. Oh, look at all these awesome people. Linda Levin says Karen's art parties are the best ever. I really try to make them super fun. We're gonna have a ton of giveaways, which is always fun. And I have some of the swag to show off today. And I also have there's just so much learning that goes on. I think that's kind of my favorite part. And whenever Lucy gets her butt on here, we also have a very exciting announcement, which has to do with her lesson, which is going to be on, oh, I am saying it right, Valerie. Yes. Which is has to do with day 4. She's teaching us how to do this mermaid. I'll let her talk about it in more depth. But in case you're like popping on watching this, hello, Darlene. Thank you for my Christmas card. By the way, I just got it, and I love that your Christmas card came in February, because that's about how up to speed I am with Christmas. So I really appreciated that. Thank you so much. I forgot to say thanks, and I can just tell you in person. It's the best. Oh my gosh, look at this. Angie Jones says she joined after my last retro party and it's been amazing fun. Yes, I only had 1 party last year, you guys. So we're due for 2. Oh, good. Someone, I don't know who you are, because you have to, and when you're on Facebook, you have to register your name with StreamYard for some reason to have it show up. But it's super easy, and then your name will show up. But I'm glad you watched Lucy on YouTube. Yeah, she's an amazing artist. And we teach together. We do actually a ton of things together. This is one of very, very many things that we do together. We have a ridiculous podcast together where we swear and drink a lot. We published a book together this year. We run art retreats in castles in Scotland together. We have an art club together called the Celtic Collective. So we do a whole bunch of things. So she just had to be included in this party because she's like my better art half. And yeah, I don't know where that 110 came from, but I'm starting now because I'm super crazy like that. So hopefully everyone, and the replays will be available everywhere as well. Diana, you don't need to set up with StreamYard because I see your name loud and clear. I think if you're watching from YouTube, you don't need to. It's just like a Facebook privacy act, I believe. Oh, Deb is Deb. It's so nice to see you. I know Deb, she's a student too, coming from Washington State. I'm so jealous it's snowing. It is like 80 degrees in North Carolina today, which is super unusual. Super unusual. Oh, Lori Osborne is here. Love your podcast. Lori's, you've been on my podcast. We love it when you were on our podcast. Lori came on and read our tarot cards and did numerology too, which I didn't know anything about. That was fascinating. That was actually a recent podcast episode, more or less. So yay. Oh, I already see a question coming on. Okay, I will shut up. But and yes, Valerie, 80 degrees is super yuck in February. I'm from New England. So, like, I like me a nice, cold, long winter, not this 80 degrees BS in February. So yeah, I'm actually showing up just to answer your questions and make sure like everybody is good to go because the party starts on Friday. So if you haven't signed up, you can go to awesomeartschool.com right now and just register and sign up. And then what happens is on Friday morning there's Lucy. At Friday morning, hi. I'll get her to introduce you in one hot second. At Friday morning at 9 a.m. I switched it to 9 this year because 8 was so early for me last time. I'm like getting my kids to school. I'm like, why did I say 8? I'm like full on hands-on mom at 8 o'clock every morning. So I'm doing it at 9 to give myself like a hot second. And I'll actually email you the link to that lesson. So you don't have to remember to log in and all this stuff. Like I will send those right to you. And then at noon every day, we're gonna have the massive giveaways because I'm obsessed with swag, basically. But Lucy just came in, and Diana, before I forget, I use all the pan pastel sets. I just bought them all because I figured I'd use them all eventually. So that's why. And yes, please put questions in all caps so I don't lose them because they're super easy to lose sight of. I'll catch this one too, and then we'll recap what's going on, and I'll introduce you to Lucy. As long as they submit our project for that day, then you'll be eligible for the swag prize. You actually get like 24 hours because I don't expect anyone to do their project in 5 minutes and post it and then to be eligible to win. So I do the giveaway on Friday, but it won't be based on you doing that lesson that day. Those will start the next day. So really the giveaways go through the 28th because the last lesson is on the 27th and then you have 24 hours. And then do I have to mute you? I'm going to mute you because you're so naughty. No, I'm muting you till you're ready. Okay. Are you ready now? Can you get your schnizzle? Can you get your shit together, Lucy Bryden? What's happening over there?
Like 6 p.m. UK time is my dog's crazy hour.
Oh, I should I know. Maggie's is like 4.
So he's like coming, he's basically sniffing and he wants my mic. Look, can you hear it?
Oh my God, I can hear growling into it. That's hilarious.
I'm getting something.
Oh my gosh, that's super funny. Okay, so I will I'll answer questions till Lucy gets her shinniz together. Hilarious. I'm gonna scroll back and see what questions I missed. All right, I'm still not even supposed to start for 2 more minutes, so don't worry, I'll repeat. Yes, the classes are all pre-recorded. So you have lifetime access when you sign up. So if like you can't do it this week, then you can do all the classes 2 years from now. They're not going to go anywhere. I always give everyone lifetime access when I release courses and stuff like that because otherwise, what the heck? What the heck? So yes, you can just do them whenever it's convenient. But for the giveaways, you have like 27 hours if you're going to be counting. Technically, you have 27 hours to do the lesson. And so I don't like doing live classes because I hate the extra, like as a student, because I love taking online art classes too. I don't like the experience of a live class replay. I get super annoyed at like people chattering. I like to sit down, have my lesson, and also like to pause and fast forward and rewind. And so that gives us, I'm a better teacher if I'm like uninterrupted. So all the giveaway parts are live because that's super fun and we get to hang out like this and chatter. But when I'm teaching, like I want to be teaching. So this is Lucy Bryden.
Hi, everyone.
She's my better art half.
Look like a ghost today.
You look beautiful every day, Lucy Bryden.
There was an option to put something at the bottom. Like I see you put founder.
I know it's new.
And I really was trying to think of something super witty. Like I was going to put like Scottish banshee or something. And then I didn't.
again. Then I didn't do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do it next time. It popped up and I didn't have a chance to think of anything.
I have to like redo the settings every time. I'm like, what is that? What is this called? I don't know. There's some weird banner. I don't even know. And Valerie says, will the party be on YouTube or Facebook or both? I actually do all the giveaways and everything are just in the Facebook group only because it's kind of like insider access. And also because I need like a one-stop shop place where I can choose all the winners. If I had to do it across platforms and things, then that would be too crazy. So yeah, only in my Facebook group are the giveaways going to be chosen and gifts delivered? That's a really good question, Valerie. Thank you for asking that. The brand of your big box pan pastels. It's literally all the pan pastels. And the brand is Pan Pastels. It's the brand name and the name of the product are one and the same. Okie dokie. Since the classes are pre-recorded, if we have questions, we'll be checking the comments later. I will. If you have like a specific question, you can ask them in the classroom or email is best. If you have like an actual question about something on the project, for sure. You can, but then to be entered to win in the giveaway, you can post your pictures in the giveaway. You can also ask your specific question in the Facebook group, because my Facebook group is filled with all of my students and thousands of people that are amazing artists from all around the world, from all sorts of peoples. It's a fun loving community. So if I can't answer your question, I'm sure someone else will be happy to jump on and help you out, I'm sure too. So that's the upside of Facebook. And that group especially is really nice ladies. And you know what I should do is put the link to the Facebook group. Linda, no, there's no creativity allowed in the art party. Nope.
Now you have to follow it exactly.
Yeah, you're graded on a scale like in school. I'm just kidding. You could do whatever you want. Of course you can. Yes. You could absolutely change things for sure. I mean, if it's like a man instead of a woman, that might be a little suspect of like, I feel like it should be reminiscent of the lesson. But yes, of course you can be creative. I love that. And I love seeing variations of projects. I think that's cool.
Sorry, everyone.
He's like a toddler.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's his like mad hour. Sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time we'll rearrange it. Actually, Maggie was doing that like the last whole hour up until right now, where she's dead behind me. There she is on the floor dead. I'm like, I walked you 3 miles this morning. Like, you need to stop. Okay, I don't know where the Pan Pastel hullabaloo is. I actually am not using Pan Pastels in any of the projects.
I was gonna say I didn't see a project.
I don't know where all the Pan Pastel like craziness is coming from. There's no Pan Pastels required. So watercolors is actually what we're using. So don't worry about the Pan Pastels. There's no Pan Pastels. I don't know where that's coming from.
Pastels.
There's no Pan Pastels.
It's graphite.
It's
watercolor.
It's super basic. Lucy and I. So day 1 and 4 have about the same supplies, where it's graphite, a blending stump, watercolor paper, and some watercolors if you have them. You can actually do both of them without even adding the watercolor portion. I teach you the face.
You can just do a pencil.
You can just do a pencil. Same with day 2. Day 2, we're doing the 2 fashion sketches. Here, I'll just go day by day and show you, and we'll talk supplies. But there are no Pan Pastels anywhere in any of the lessons.
Yeah. That would be asking a bit much, because that's quite a costly.
Yeah. That's why I don't use them actually for my school. They're super expensive. I'm going to show you all of the. Can you get your mermaid? Is your mermaid around, Lucy?
I shall find her.
If not, I have Jean-Baptiste's book here. The first videos are going to be available on Friday at 9 a.m. my time, which is Eastern time. The classes are set up at awesomeartschool.com. So you do need to enroll in the class in order to access the lessons. And then to be included in the giveaways, you join the Facebook group. But you could, like, if you're like, I hate Facebook, you can just enroll and take the classes and not do the giveaway part for sure. I'm like tethered to my desk by my headphones. I should have brought my other ones. Okay, so I'm going to go through the projects day by day. And then you can, why don't we do that? And then you have questions you can ask based on that question.
I'm just going to cut in and say, I don't even own Pan Pastels.
I know. I didn't have them till I barely ever use. Do you really need the stencil set? No, absolutely not. No. The stencils, I only use a stencil set. I have like an ellipse. Also, don't use, if you're in Scotland, you use your own Amazon links. So you would go to amazon.co.uk and just type in the name of it to get your links for your country. Okay, this is day 1. And I teach you how to do her from scratch. I give you my face guidelines. We're going to do her from a reference, a copyright-free reference. And I teach you how to do her like all the way to the end in just graphite, no watercolor. And then the reason I chose this project, this is actually from our Celtic Collective Art Club. It's actually pulled from our club. And the reason I chose it for this party is that if you've never, ever, ever, ever done watercolors before, this is the perfect starter project for you, because we just do like a light wash and it's all you need. And it's like you barely do anything and it like transforms her. It's like 3 colors and like that is it. So if you're too scared to do it because it's already 100% complete in graphite, you cannot do the watercolor part at all if you want to, and she'll be finished. Or if you want to give it a try, then you're totally more than welcome to. And then you'll just need like a little, I like to use like a little white paint marker for like the little twinkles in her eyes. And like, that's as crazy as we're going to get for day 1's project. And that will be delivered. I'm going to email you at 9 a.m. It'll have a link to the lesson. All you have to do is make sure you're signed into your Awesome Art School account, and then you'll click the link and you'll go right there, and all your resources will be there for you. Your supply lists are already available. So if you're having all these questions about supplies, you can go to the classroom right now and then log in and actually see all of the recommended supply lists there. Okay, now I'm going to look at questions. If you have questions about day 1, please let me know. We post our photos of our work in the regular Facebook group. Yes, that is correct. And the Facebook group is for, if you go on Facebook and you search groups, search Awesome Art School, and that's the one you want to be in. Yes, you can catch up anytime. You have lifetime access to the videos. So, yep, Lori, you can totally just watch them whenever it's convenient for you. Oh my God, that's amazing, Len. I love that.
I love that.
That's super funny. Pan pastels are so much fun. They're just not required. You can use all paint pastels if you want to. Is there a separate Facebook group for the class or your main Facebook group? No, it's just the main Facebook group. I've tried a million times to have separate groups for separate things, and I am over it. I can't do it. So we literally take over the entire Facebook group. Like, we just take it over. It's awesome. Yep. That's exactly correct, Sally. Yep. And there's instructions how to do it when you signed up. You'll get an instructions. You just use the hashtag art party. That's all you have to do. And there's also instructions in the classroom for you as well. This question by Virginie. It's the cutest name ever. Won't react much with a watercolor, like no bleeding. If it can a little bit, but it's so fast, and also it just adds to the blending, because we actually blend it before we add watercolor anyways. So it's all good. It's all good if it blends, and it's all good if it doesn't blend. You post your done projects in the Facebook group. The lessons are all pre-recorded. They're pre-recorded. They're already recorded. They're recorded last month. And the only live part are the daily giveaway things. And it'll look exactly the same as this. And I'll just be announcing winners, and I'll be answering questions. It'll be just same format as we're in right now. There is a hashtag. It's art party. I know it's mind bending how hard that, how crazy that hashtag. It's very simple. And all of this is in when you sign up. This will all be in your emails as well. Have I ever used Pentel Presto? I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
I got to look it up real quick. Pentel Presto. Do I need it? Have you used it? I need to look it up. It's an emergency. Pentel Presto. Is that what it is? Oh, correction fluid. I have tried correction fluid, and it does a yucky job. So if it's a correction pen, oh yeah, I have used this, and it's gross. Don't get it. Yes, I have. Don't use it.
Are people thinking that in terms of a white highlight?
Yes.
If you want a super amazing white highlight, use PH Martin's Bleed Proof White. That's the best.
Yeah. Ooh, that's way too big. I don't like that one.
I apologize, everyone, for my crazy dog. Antics in the background.
She's not crazy. He's not crazy right now.
He's calmed down.
I know. Am I supplies mandatory? Heck no. I never make anything mandatory. Absolutely not. But if I don't give a supply list, I will have people hunting me down and killing me because I don't have a supply list. So I just tell you, and I say this on every, like if you go to the supplies classroom, it's like, here's what I'm using. Use whatever you have, whatever you love, and use whatever you want. But I just tell you what I'm using because most people would like to know that. You can't miss it. It's called the Art Sampler Party. It's the only party on the site. There's actually a big purple button at the top that's like join the art party. So you can go to awesomeartschool.com and click that big button, and you can come on. The daily lives are every day at noon. And noon my time, which is Eastern. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Look at Lucy. You have lots of Scots friends today.
I know, there's lots of people from the UK and Scotland.
That's so cute.
We're representing.
Yes. Sorry, I'm scanning the comments for more questions. Yes, don't forget your hashtag.
Is charcoal the same as graphite? No, they're different.
But you can use charcoal for sure.
Yeah, you could use it instead if you don't have. Yeah,
you totally can.
Yeah, graphite's just pencil.
Yeah, it is literally a pencil. That's about as fancy as we get. It's just and I'm probably using a Blackwing. I can't remember what I used. The supply list is in the classroom for you, but usually you use a soft pencil, like a 6 or 8B. Even if you have one, you can do that for sure. Valerie, you're so cute. She loves my supply list. I love you, Valerie. The best. Okay, awesome. I think we caught up on questions. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so that was day 1. We're going day by day. And I'm using hot press watercolor paper, but you can also use any watercolor paper. And I think Lucy uses cold press for hers. So either one is super fine. All right, I'm not gonna tuck that back in there. All right, let me bend down and grab my fashion figures. Hold on. Okay, make sure I didn't. Oh, hi from Brazil. Anna's coming from Brazil and Wendy's from Wales. This is fantastic. Okay. So I was in Vegas. Vegas and Scotland are my 2 favorite places, which makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, I can't even find my girls. Where did they go? And here they are. And I was in the bathroom in Vegas, and they had these pictures of 1960s fashion girls all over the walls, and I like about died and spent the next 20 minutes taking pictures. There's 25 of taking pictures of them all. And I have reversed image searched the entire internet for like an hour trying to find out who the heck did these drawings. If anybody knows, please tell me. So we're doing this one is a mashup of two of the models combined. And this one was just so sweet. I just could not resist. And all that you need for this project is a pencil. And then I'm using it's literally $1. I thought it was $2, but I think the prices changed the last time when you checked Lucy in our call yesterday. It was like $1. It's a fountain pen by Zebra. It's a disposable fountain pen. It's $1.
I just ordered a pack of them.
They're the most fun pens ever. Again, all these links are already in the Facebook. They're already in the classroom.
Yeah. It's like £8 for a pack of 7 or something. It's
yeah. Super cheap. And they come in a whole colorful pack too. So this is just light sketch and pencil. Then we're gonna just pen it over in with the little fountain pen or any water, like a felt tip pen, that will work. Like any water soluble pen you already have in your house. And then I just take some water and I just brush it over. So we already have our brushes that we were using the day before. So we're going to draw 2. We're going to activate with water. And that's what we're doing on day 2. So you can do just one of them if you want and post a picture in the Facebook group with #ArtParty. You're entered to win. You don't even need to do both of them. You just pick your favorite one and do it. This one is hilarious because when I'm making her, I make her like this long rectangle, and she looks like she's like a tube of toothpaste is all I could think of when I'm doing this long tube.
Like something out of the 60s.
Yes.
So cool.
Yes. And this is in line with, so in my Fun Fab Drawing Club, we're doing Drawing the Decades. We're doing like samples of fun things based on the decades. And so we're actually in our 1916 unit right now, which is why I picked these. And I've been waiting 3 years to draw them. So that's day 2. Does anyone have any questions about day 2 and our 1960s fashion figures? Oh, good. Deb Scott just got her zebras yesterday. Awesome. We had our, oh yeah. Someone was asking me about bamboo paper the other day. I didn't even know it was a thing.
I've never used it. And someone else, Denise, is asking about the graphite that I use. It's not a Blackwing because I don't have Blackwings. I think I just used like a soft pencil. I can't. So anything that you have that would work like that, like a 6B or anything like that works fine. I think at some point I use a water soluble one, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to use a water soluble one at all.
Yeah. And graphite is slightly water soluble anyways. So if you don't have one, it's actually kind of already is.
I think actually, to be honest, mine were Derwent ones, but they were just left. I didn't buy them specially. They were just in my house, left over from my primary school teaching days. So just use what you have in your house already.
Yes, please just use whatever you have. Diane asked a really great question, a really common question. So I'm happy to answer that, which is, what's the difference between watercolor papers? So there's 3 kinds of watercolor papers, and 2 of them are most common, and you can use either one for this party. Hot press is what I like to use when I'm gonna do if my project is like drawing based, like more drawing than painting, I usually opt for hot press because it's super smooth. It actually, like, if you didn't even know if it was watercolor paper, it almost is just like, it feels like cardstock. You like wouldn't even know that it would accept watercolors. And then cold press watercolor just has a little bit of texture in it, and that can typically handle like a ton more water. So if I was going to be doing like a dedicated watercolor what's it called, project, I would use cold press, but you can use either. Lucy, do you have any headphones? I think I can hear myself coming out of your speaker.
They are, I'll run and get them.
Okay, no worries. Let me, I'm going to scroll down. Am I going to be posting all of these awesome girls anywhere? Yeah, they're in the classroom. They are. I give you a whole, it's like a 25-page PDF. Of course, I'm giving you everything. Yes, they're in the classroom already, girlfriend. I think you get them on the day, though, that you, that we open that day 2. So yes, I'm not going to leave you hanging like that. There's so many. It's so fun. Can you use multimedia paper, like mixed media paper? Yes, you can. You totally can. It's not my favorite, but if that's all you have, that is totally fine. Yes, you can use it. And we just went over watercolor paper. Would the Stabilo pencil have a similar effect for the fountain pen or a gel pen? So a gel pen would not activate with water, so that won't work. Stabilo would absolutely work, but it will work too well. Just being like a Stabilo lover as I am, I've used it for hundreds of projects. I think it would be too powerful for this exercise, to be frank. What's nice about these pens is that they are water reactive, but your line is very thin, and it's very hard to get a very thin line with Stabilo. Just speaking from experience. So when you go to run your water, you're not going to get this like delicate look. It'll become like, holy crap, so much black Stabilo. So you just have to be really careful. Can you use it? Yes. Does it have the same effect? Yes, but it's like almost like too powerful.
Sorry for
That's okay. Deb asks, can I get ready first?
I'm back.
Recorded so I can come back and watch. Yes, this is recorded and streamed everywhere, so you can totally rewatch it for sure.
What do you use? Oh,
sorry. I'm not delivering anything. All the PDFs are in the classroom already. So you just sign up for the classroom, and everything opens available every single day. So what you're getting from me via email is like a link to the day's class. And then in the class, you'll see the supply list, which is already up. They're up for all 4 days. So you can start right now and start grabbing your supplies. And then there'll be PDFs like for example, for the first day, you'll have the reference, so you'll want to download that so you can look at it while we're drawing. I have like my face drawing guidelines that I always use, so you can have those to that day and every other day of your life if you're drawing a face. And so that's the PDFs are in the classroom already with the videos. Sorry, Lucy, we're gonna read off another question.
I just saw another question. What do you do to prevent smudging the graphite when drawing with it? I would just get a piece of copy paper and put it down so that where my hand is, so that my hand's not resting on the paper that I'm drawing, and then it stops it from smudging. But also a bit of smudging's not smudging's not a big deal.
No, and it's gonna we're gonna be blending everything anyways. What watercolor paper is best with erasers? I don't know that that's a thing. I don't know. I think it's the same on all papers. I'm not really sure. Do you have an input on this question?
I tend not to use my eraser very much on my watercolor paper because it destroys the surface. So I draw super lightly or draw it onto another piece of paper and then transfer. But that wouldn't be for something as quick as these ladies. That would be for like a complicated painting.
Yep. Will we draw the 60s girls and then watercolor? Nope. We don't use watercolor. We're literally just going to run a little bit of water over our lines. And that's what creates that watercolor effect. It's like super magical. Watercolors we're using on day 1 and 4. I lost my train. I lost my comments train. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys have questions, if you can put them in all caps so I can find them really fast, that would be great. This is a really good question. Is a Sharpie fine point water soluble? Nope. Sharpies are permanent alcohol markers. So the way to test your pens at home is to scribble them onto a scrap piece of paper and add water. And all the ones that run are the ones that you can use for day 2. And all the ones that don't run are permanent and you won't be able to use them for day 2. That's a great question. Here, the next question I see is there a difference between a Stabilo all pencil and a black watercolor pencil? Yes, Stabilos are the most water reactive because I've tested them against 1,000 brands of black watercolor pencil, and they're also the most black. So most watercolor pencils that are black have like a slight shade of like green or blue or like gray, and you don't notice it until you compare it to the Stabilo. And when you activate it, you're like, oh my God, that is like jet, like lamp black, and there is no denying it. But other than that, they're both watercolor pencils.
Yeah, but the Stabilos have a lot more pigment in them. They're super dark,
and they're like hyper. They're like hyper reactive. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, little baby. How many days do we have to post our work in the Facebook group for the giveaway? You have like 27 hours because I released them, and then you have to the next giveaway day to post.
Jeanette said, Miso has a question.
I know.
His question is, why did you leave me alone all afternoon, then come home and not take me out for a walk?
Yeah. Nell has a question about Derwent graphite. I have 2 sets claiming to be water soluble. Oh. They won't be like Stabilo. No, because graphite, water soluble graphite is beautiful, but it's gray. It's like a lovely graphite. Yeah. It won't be it's not scary whatsoever.
The ones I have, I don't know if I've got any sitting here, but they came in two kinds. Look, this is the ones that I have left over from my primary school teaching days. Can I?
There it is. Yeah.
I have to go the other way and it's confusing me. It's called Derwent Sketching. Mm-hmm. And you can see this one's dark wash, but then they've got like a light wash and a medium wash. And yeah, it's just a little bit like a water soluble coloring pencil, but it's graphite, so it activates in water. But that's not necessary for my lesson. You don't, I think I just used it because it was there and I thought, oh, I could add this to the lesson, but you don't need it.
I'm just keeping Jeanette's comment highlighted because that is exactly true. Someone is having an issue with the class. If you're having any issues, can you just email me and we'll get you sorted? Just reply back to my emails and then I will get you sorted. Or my email address is Karen@awesomeartschool.com.
Karen, so I've noticed a couple of people saying that they have to pop off the live. Can they watch that later?
Yeah, yes, the replay, this will live on both my YouTube channels as well as in the Facebook group, as well as on my Facebook page. And I'll also upload it. I will actually email it to everyone afterwards. How's that? I'm just writing myself a note. I will email this to everyone so you can rewatch it for sure. All right. I think I caught all the questions about the fashion girls on day 2. All right. I've been combing through. Okay. So now let's talk about day 3. Day 3 is when we kind of head to the fun zone. So what I'm going to do is I give you a list of 16 ways to like mix mediafy your drawings that we do on day 2. So if you don't want to mess up your drawings, I have a video in there which shows you 5 different ways to like transfer. All right, I'm going to mute Lucy because she's like a naughty schoolgirl student. So I muted you. I'm going to give you a list of 16 things that you can do. And we're going to do everything from it's like mixed media play day. So we're going to do like stamp stenciling and stamping. I'm going to be using like sparkly Mod Podge, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do it in an art journal and how to do it like all these different ways. And all you have to do is do one of the 16, just one and post it with the hashtag to be eligible win in the giveaway. So there's a million choices. Some of them will take you a minute to do. Some of them will take you an hour to do. So it's totally up to you, which one you want to do. The whole point is to like open your eyes to the mixed media possibilities, and you can and let your creativity run with it also. So those supplies are kind of all optional. So that, like, if you want to go and run and get stuff and try it, I gave you the list. Again, it's already there. If you want to keep using just the same fun pens we're using on day 2, you can do enough with just that. So I'm giving you a whole world of possibilities. Again, you just have to do one. It's super fun. Is there a certain, nope, you can use whatever size paper you want to. I love to do everything big. So everything I do is big. So my drawings are 11 by 14. If all you have is 8.5 by 11, use 8.5 by 11. Use what you have. Always, always, always. I just like to work big because that's just me. It doesn't mean anything though. It doesn't mean it's good. It just means that's what I like. And I want you to do whatever you like. Yeah, the mixed media is going to be a ton of fun. Yes. And I also draw bigger because it is easier. I find it is easier. The paper is not really the influencer. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss any. All right. Any questions on day 3, which is the mixed media? And let me see if I actually have my list. I'm not going to show you what all the possibilities are. Yes, I'm going to explain everything, Gerda. I do them all. I don't just talk you through them. I'm going to show you everything. I'm literally doing them like full out for you. So then that way you can pick whichever one you like. I don't have my lists, but and I have the list I have is, you can actually, it's like a PDF, so you can print it out, and you can even just like keep it in your studio. So if you're like, oh, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, you can bust out your list of 16 things to try and then give it a try. So it should be super. I'm hoping it'll be super fun, but also super educational, and you can like take these techniques and use them in your own projects afterwards. Okay. Are there any more questions before I go on? Because we're almost up. Perfect timing, Lucy. Oh, will there be collage? Nope, there's no collage, but you can always add collage, Tanisha, if you want to. But I'm not doing collage. I will be working in art journal. I will be doing some stuff on Canvas, and you can just pick and choose. And if you want to do a collage background, you absolutely can do that for sure. Okay, I think we're on to day 4. Lucy, that's your day. That's you.
So we are looking at an amazing artist. Mm-hmm. His name is Jean-Baptiste Mongeau. I can't say his name.
It sounded amazing.
Did it?
Yeah.
And he has all this super cool, like, fairy creature art. And we are going to do, let me see if I can find it. This mermaid here. So this was a lesson in our Celtic Collective. And
so in the Celtic Collective, we love to do we'll do artist deep dives, and this is where this come from. We'll literally study them like we're in college, and we'll be we try to reverse engineer their techniques and learn them. And it's amazing. He's amazing.
So this is the one that we're going to do, and you're literally going to need, again, just a pencil or stroke graphite, which is really a pencil, and a quick watercolor wash and a blending stump. And that is it that you're going to need for this. The name of the book is Celtic Fairies, but it's out of print and it's really hard to get, unfortunately.
But he did give us his permission to use the image for this class. So we have a picture of it, so you can print it out at home and use it in your project. And we'll share with you cool flip through his I actually just ordered 4 prints from him yesterday. Oh, and this is actually really exciting. So Lucy and I have been long obsessed with his work, as have all of our Celtic Collective students. So when I reached out to ask his permission to use it for this party, he gave us all a 10% off discount code for his entire Etsy shop. So I already put that in the classroom for you. So on day 4, you'll see the Lucy's lesson, and then you guys, only party participants, get that 10%. It's like a party perk that you will be able to order. He is like amazing. He's amazing.
His art is just,
yeah.
I'll show you the front of the book, but honestly, people don't go rushing to Amazon
to
try and buy this.
I paid like $95 for my book.
Yeah.
I would do it again, but
Karen bought my one for my birthday.
I did. I was like, you have to have this book also.
It's called Celtic Fairies.
Yes.
And the artwork is just amazing.
Yes.
Like super amazing.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
But if you want to see some of his images, you can go on Google and Google him, and these images will come up on Google. So you don't, you're not missing out if you can't buy. It's not like you can't access the images if you can't buy the book.
Yep. Yeah, those are not in his Etsy shop. Those are completely out of print, Ellen. Yeah. So you can't get those. You can get them like we did. Like I hunted them down. You can go to eBay or Google and hunt down, but they're all old and they're all really expensive. So, but again, we have his permission, so you can have the copy image for the lesson for you. Yeah. I have another book of his, and that was also $1 million. And I forgot that I had it. This one too. So you can, you search away and buy whatever you can and whatever you want. And you can go to his Etsy shop. He does have a lot of things in his Etsy shop. But wait till we give you your 10% so you can save. I'm so freaking excited that he said that. And he also said we could interview him for our podcast, which
I'm so excited.
Blows my actual mind.
I
know. So we're very excited about that. Hooray. Okay. Yes, Amazon has a paperback book of his art for $174. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's probably, I would pay that actually. I really would.
Actually, Karen, can I just interrupt and say that I looked on Amazon today and the Pascal Munguru.
Yeah.
How do you say his name?
Yeah, Mongolu.
Yeah, who is a very similar artist to Jean Baptiste. That Bad Fairies one, Evil Fairies one, it was on Amazon UK for £20. I've ordered it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I literally have all of his books and I don't even pay attention to the cost. So I'm like, yes.
You'll get a good deal.
Yes.
If you just kind of go back and look. So that one was only $20.
Yes. And if you hang out with me and Lucy for any amount of time, you will be buying books on Amazon because we are obsessed. We have on our website, we have a whole tab just for the art books that we love. Actually, you can go there if you want. If you go to One Scott, One Not, and go to the art books tab, you can see these and all of the other ones. And you can dig into our absurd podcast as well. Although it's not that absurd because our last episode, which hasn't released yet, we interviewed also fantasy artist Brett Manning, who is the author of One Foot in the Green. So that'll be when Jean Baptiste comes on, that'll be our second podcast episode with like a real life famous person.
We just need to get Brian Proud on now.
I know. I'm going to email him and see what he says. You never know. Oh no, Lucy shot herself out of the studio. That's super funny. All right. Does anyone have questions about day 4, which is Lucy's lesson on Jean Baptiste's Mermaid? Please. Oh, there she is.
Right.
You just you bump your button. You're having a very adventurous like live stream today, Lucy.
The gremlins are after me today.
They're
I
afoot.
swear.
That's super funny. Okay, so that's days 1 through 4. Those are the 4 projects that we're going to be working on. Does anyone have a question? Oh, do you want to see what swag we're going to win? Oh,
I
good. Yeah, I'm
do.
sure. Okay. Yes, I think all my books have come from France, Sonia. They're all overseas, and they take like 3 weeks to get here. It's not like 2-day prime. I buy books literally, and then like 6 weeks later, something comes in the mail. I'm like, what is this? And I open it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's that book I bought from Jean.
Can we use watercolor pencils for Lucy's drawing? Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. Again, just use what you have. Experiment. Yeah. Your picture will turn out slightly differently, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool as well.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so what can you win? So many things. For apparel, I don't like little lame swag. I like good big swag. So that's what you get. And we will hunt you down and make you take it. I found out recently that people do giveaways and they make their people pay for shipping, which is literally horrific to me. I know. So if you live in Tasmania, I will ship this to you to Tasmania. So we have a ton of sweatshirts. I just only have 2. I left actually 2 at Lucy's house in Scotland the last time I was there. So I only have 2. I just ordered this one. So they come in tons of sizes. So it's all good. There's a couple in that kind of genre.
That's a nice color.
I know. I love that color so much. It's huge too. This one is, so my inner circle students know my method of teaching is based on farts because I am super mature like that. And this is what it stands for. And this is the order of importance that you need to have in order to become an awesome artist at Awesome Art School. All right. So you need to have fun, first of all, because if not, also, like, what is even the point? Number 2, you have to have a good attitude because that can affect everything from your mindset to whether you're going to sit down and even do art that day. Affects like what happens when you get to the ugly phase, and you should just be like, oh, hey, what's up, ugly phase, and like move on by. But if you're in a bad mood, you have a bad attitude, you're going to rip your paper up and then lose out on an opportunity. Repetition is super important because doing things over and over is how you get better. And then almost last is technique, because you can actually do a lot. Even if you have no actual skills or techniques, just by doing things over and over and having fun is enough to learn. But if you put them all together, you have success. So I love farts is super important. So I have it on a sweatshirt. So there's sweatshirts. There is no paper size does not matter. Here, I'll answer some questions before I get lost. Mod Podge is, if you don't have Mod Podge, if you can use matte medium instead. Mod Podge is just like a glue. It's a glue finisher and a sealer. And it's used for gluing. It's used for like decoupaging. It's used for sealing, finishing, that sort of things. Paper size, whatever paper you like working on. I like to work big, like 11 by 14, but I think it's easier to draw bigger. Yay for farts, says Ellen. Yeah, girl, she's my people.
And I just have one of these or several of these. That's like 9 by 12, I think. Like perfect. Watercolor journal. It's not even the fanciest paper. It's just like a moleskin or something.
Just accepts watercolor, water, whatever. Cool.
And that if it's a journal and you want to do a really big one, you can just turn your page around and do it over the whole thing if you want.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be amazing. I also have tote bags. I have some new designs.
Ooh, that's super fancy.
These come in 3 sizes. This is ginormous. I would always just do the biggest size though, because I like want all the good things. So these are actually represent. So this is our club sampler party. So we are literally, this party is samples from each club. So we have mixed media, we have our drawing, and then we have our Celtic Collective projects. And then this was actually the most recent, one of our most recent lessons we had in the Celtic Collective, and I chucked it on a tote bag because why not? Tote bag, you can win that.
being silly.
I have like 16 different pencil pouch designs to choose from. They vary widely. So when you win, you can go, and if you win a pencil pouch, you can actually go and just pick out the one you want. They're all really random. A lot of them feature art that we make. Oh, look, there's our girl. So if you drew her and you love her, you can actually have her on a pencil pouch. So there's tons of those to choose from. What else? Only like a zillion art books. Oh my gosh. Here is 4 of, I think there's at least 20 art books to choose from. They're all mine. One of them is Lucy and Mine's. This is the most recent one. This Lucy and I published this one together. So there's how many projects are in here? 11? I don't even remember. I blocked it out. It was scarring. It was like 11. And some of these are actually our projects from the Celtic Collective, and some of them are not. But you can pick any of these. Here's my bestseller: How to Draw and Find Your Style. How to Draw Whimsical Women of the World. This is brand new. No, I don't think people even have it yet. This is just a fun first watching. And many, many more, because I'm obsessed with art books and making them and buying them. So those are, we also do giveaway. We also do Amazon gift cards. That way we can gift them to like the Amazon of your country too. So many. Do you see this question, Lucy? Amazon.
Hi, Steph. I just bought these on Amazon. This is just a Moleskine watercolor journal. You can get them. Other makes do them as well. If you're in the UK, Sea White, I think it's called. That's another good cheap, but the paper's good enough for these kinds of projects. I can't remember how much this was, but I buy everything off Amazon.
I do too, except I go to Jerry's on occasion.
I buy my serious art stuff from Jackson's in the UK, but if I just need things like watercolor paper, I just go to Amazon.
Yep. Awesome. All right. So I think that covers the giveaway. So yeah, I like to pride myself on good giveaway prizes. I feel like people are pretty happy. And actually these giveaways we do every month in the Facebook group also, but in the party time, we do them every day, which is really exciting. And you know, what's funny about this, the dates for this party is that they run right into the first of the month, which is also when we do the daily giveaways. So it's like giveaways, and then more giveaways. It's gonna be like I'm going to be poor in a few days. The pencil pouches are enormous.
They're really good size.
They're humongous, and there's a smaller one too. But this one I think might be my favorite though. You're not smart. Keep that shit up. That's the small size, but even that is a good size. This was from our last year's. We had a retro rendezvous party, so everything was retro themed, which I'm still obsessed with. So fun. Oh, good. I'm glad you love the new pig totes. Yes, I'll probably get carried away and design more things. They're just really, really, really fun. All right, we've been on for 1 hour. What questions have we missed? We'll take questions for a few more minutes, and then I gotta go pick up kids from school. If anyone is nervous about their art ability, please do not be. This is like Lucy and I are our favorites are beginners. So we are used to it. We love you. We want to help you. We want to help you succeed and make awesome drawings. So please do not be scared. How far back in the decades are we going? Well, let's see. We're on the 60s right now. We're going to go 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And then we started in the 20s. Then I'm going to jump back and do like the first 2 decades of the century. And then we're going to do creating the centuries. We're going to go back, because who doesn't want to do like a giant hoop skirt? I mean, come on. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that saying. I've not heard that before. I love that actually so much.
That's lovely.
I know.
That's so true.
I need to put that on a hoodie. I love that so much. I've never seen or heard of that before. We're all on different rungs of the ladder. Yes. And I think you'll find our Facebook community super super supportive. Just lovely people. Oh my God, that's so weird. I'm literally saying these words and I look up. I was writing the rungs on a ladder on a Post-it note, and like Valerie's writing exactly what is coming out of my mouth. Yeah. It's a really, really amazing community. Probably pretty much because if you're a jerk, like we'll kick you out. That's pretty much why it's so nice. And people are only nice. You're only allowed in if you're nice. But really, truly, like, and there's really smart people in there and talented people too. So if you do have questions, again, if I don't see you right away, like, someone else will hop on and help you out. I would not recommend canvas for watercolor. That's really more appropriate for acrylics and oils. So I would, if you can grab some watercolor paper, that would be your best. You'll have the best success because canvas is pre-coated with gesso, which is for acrylics. So I would order some watercolor paper for yourself because you're going to do 4 days of projects on them, right? You're going to get good use out of it. So it won't be a waste. It's not like for one project, you'll be using it for the whole week. So I would definitely treat yourself to some watercolor paper. You will have lots of uses for it. I promise. Okay, perfect. All right. Any more questions? If not, I'll run and I will upload this and I will email it out to everybody so everybody can benefit from the answers to the questions. Yeah, watercolor paper is fantastic for acrylics. Watercolor paper is good for, I only buy watercolor paper. That's it. Watercolor paper and Bristol are the only two papers that I use. Bristol for dry, watercolor paper for literally everything else. Do we need 50 Shades? No. You need 4 or 6, depending on. Of course not. Nope. That's just usually the packs that they come in. You get however many that you want. They're usually sold in a pack, so I usually buy them in a pack. I'm so excited too. I'm really excited. Oh, good. Yeah, I love throwing these parties. The community feel to them like you cannot find through any other way of arting, I find. And I just like really, it's very inspirational. You just have a lot of like creative momentum. You know, people get like really carried away and end up doing like so many more projects that are not even based on the lessons. And it's just it's just really cool to watch. So, all right. Well, I feel like we've wrapped up. I will email this to everyone who's registered. And if you haven't signed up, head over to awesomeartschool.com and go sign up. And yes, you can watch the replay. Yes, you can watch it from the beginning for sure. You can watch it from the beginning where you're watching it from now. And I'm also going to email that to everyone who signed up for the party. All right. Awesome. Yay. I'm excited. You're excited about the prizes. I'm excited that you can't wait to start. I'm excited in general.
I'm excited too.
I am. I'm really excited. All right. Okay, friends. Well, thank you so much. Yes. See you on Friday.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.